Hello, how are you?
I'm just chilling. How are you?
I mean, you guys look alike, but I feel like still there's a difference, not identical, right?
We're actually identical.
I think your hair color is making a big difference.
Yeah, I honestly feel like, I don't know, I had blue hair for 3 years and I just changed it to this color.
And I was going to ask you as my first question, how is it ditching the blue hair?
Oh my God. Okay, I was definitely like not feeling it at first, like at all. And then all of a sudden quarantine happened and I kind of didn't have a choice. Like all hair salons are closed, so I couldn't go fix it. And weirdly, I've been very inspired with this color. Like being stuck in my apartment, like there's not really, you don't feel like taking pictures of yourself. But with this hair color, I'm like, oh, I want to wear purple. I want to wear blue. Like something changed. Like I don't know what happened, but I definitely want to keep this for a while. And I
No,
was
it
gonna
looks good.
thanks. I was gonna change it. So I'm glad. I mean, I'm not glad quarantine happened, but it made me accept something and like I'm so quick. I'm impulsive, and like if I don't like something, I'm like, oh, I gotta change it. And for the first time in my life, I had to like pause and just like wear this on my head, even if I didn't like it. And then I ended up liking it.
Well, it's not easy to change your hair color, A, after 3 years. B, you're doing it yourself at home. So yes, you're right. You're kind of stuck with it, but you're lucky it worked. It looks fabulous.
Thank you.
It's like me, I sprayed on the pink hair the other day, the bubble pink that you get, the L'Oreal sprays.
Yeah.
And my son, who's 12 years old, he looks at me and he goes like, oh my God, like, are you mad? You've lost your head.
I honestly feel like everybody, this is just my personal opinion, but everybody with dark eyebrows would look amazing with fun colored hair. Like, it's just a look. I love.
I want to dye it pink in the end, I think towards the end when the lockdown's over.
You have like the skin complexion and like everything to have like fun colors in your hair. You would look so good. Like,
Thank you. I was blonde for the longest time, and this is my natural hair color. And I went back to this, and I think my husband likes this more for sure.
oh yeah. My boyfriend loved when I had my like black hair. Between the blue and this, I had black hair for like a month and he loved it. But I just feel like because I'm such a fashion person, I don't do this for like anyone but myself. I feel like I know I look better with darker hair probably, but I feel more like inspired and like me. Like I don't know how to explain it. You know? Yeah.
No, it looks poppin'. It looks hot.
Thank you. Oh my God. I was gonna put on makeup, but I'm like, my skin needs a break because I've been breaking out. I don't know why. So we're fresh faced
You
today.
don't need makeup. You have great skin. You look so fresh and young and good.
Thank you.
What skincare products do you use that you would like to tell the young girls out there about?
Oh my God. I don't want to butcher the name. It's Claude. Do you know?
Oh, Claudia. Yes.
Yes. My skin, like it made all my pores shrink and it like got rid of all that layer of just like stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like around my nose. Like it got rid of all that, and they make this face moisturizer and face mask that just like bring life. I don't know. I see a difference. The older I get, the more I'm like hella into skincare. Like I also really like those like little vibrating brushes by Duval. Um, Way back when I was in college, like breaking out so bad, I tried the Clarisonic and like it did not work on me. If anything, the abrasion made all my pores, my clogged pores, come to the surface, and like my face was bumpy.
And it's expensive. It's not cheap,
Yeah,
Clarisonic. You would expect, performance.
yeah. So I highly recommend like the Duval brush is like just enough to get in there, but it's not too harsh to like bring bumps to the surface. So the Duval brush and that I don't know how you say the brand. Claude, what is it? Claudio. Claudio. I use all their products. I got a sample at Sephora and it was uphill from there, and then I ended up buying everything. So
Tell me, how is it working with your twin sister? I mean, I'm sure she's your best friend as well.
it is it's a ride and I like wouldn't change it for anything. But I need to like make sure I'm recording this because whenever we're fighting, I need to hear this. I I like I get lonely very easily and I hate that feeling. And I feel like as long as like I'm a twin, I'm never gonna fully be lonely in this career. Like I feel like this career could be isolating because you work from home. Now that we're all in quarantine, people know how isolating working from home is, and that's me and Gabby's life.
So by working from home, what do you mean? Like making your own videos, or what is it that you've been up to?
So working from home, the only interaction YouTubers necessarily have to get is when on filming days, God forbid you have to go film at a mall or in public. But for the majority of the time, you film from your house, and we take our Instagram pictures outside or in our house, and we live stream from our house. We tweet, and like it's like we have to make TikToks. Like everything is get up, get ready, do whatever you have to do at home. So it's like this is what we're used to. But the only interaction, like when I lived in LA, the reason why I moved home was because like you could live in LA or you don't have to. I feel like the more social media is becoming a thing, the more people are becoming successful everywhere, like even outside of LA, like in Spain or Germany.
Yeah.
Or, like, it's not even about the US anymore. And it's like, I don't know. I just felt like in LA, the only thing I had to be there for was meetings, which now we can do on Zoom. So it's like,
Yeah.
like this isn't far off from the YouTuber life. So yeah, I'm glad I have Gabby. Once quarantine's over, like we still go through this together because right now all of us are in quarantine and all of us are feeling this. But before quarantine, the only person that truly related to my life in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania was Gabby. Because everyone else where I live has a 9-to-5 or they have a real job, or like, not that I don't have a real job, but I have such a different way of life and Gabby shares that with me. So I have to remember that whenever we fight because I'm lucky. If I was alone, I don't know if I could do it. I feel like I would have cracked by now and like would have just like went to college or like gave up. It's really overwhelming,
Do you have friends from the fraternity? Like, are you close to any of the fellow YouTubers or TikTok stars?
Yeah, I feel like when we started this when I was 18, but we didn't start networking and meeting people till like 20. And I'm 24 now. So yeah, over the 4 years, it's crazy how like everyone just knows each other. Like I was just on a Zoom call yesterday for the Dolan twins YouTube video where we're all just like a bunch of twins just like all on Zoom, and like I'm not gonna like give any spoilers, but there were some like TikTokers and YouTubers that I never thought I'd be talking to, and like it just happened that quickly and that easy. Yeah, it was just crazy. But that's kind of like what it's like. Like you either really click with people or they're familiar faces that you see at events, and then you start forming those friendships. And I feel like there's maybe a handful, specifically my best friend, no matter what, even if we don't talk for like months, is Alicia Marie. Like Alicia and we go way back. And it's really cool to have friends besides Gabby that get it. It's just a different life. But I have more friends that aren't YouTubers in my Pennsylvania everyday life. And holy shit, I feel like no one gets it sometimes.
But they also, I'm sure, kind of keep you grounded, to have normal friends.
Oh, yeah. Like when I lived just in LA for a year, now I'm bi-coastal. So like I lived here only, then I lived in LA only, and now I'm back. Now I have a place there and a place here. But when I lived in LA only, I felt myself changing. And I was like, what's different about me? I'd watch old videos and I saw it. Like I looked at myself and I was like, I don't have the same energy. I don't like the same things. Like what's going on? And then I moved home just for multiple reasons. Everything came to a head. And then I moved home and I like really watched my old LA vlogs. And I'm like, what was I thinking? I don't relate to that. So it's like I'm back to myself. It's easy to get wrapped up in like relevancy and numbers and money and looks and appearance and getting invited to things. It's like really easy to get wrapped up in that. And when I'm here in Pennsylvania, I'm just like, I'm doing what I love and I have genuine people in my life. And I think that's a really good balance. I think balance is important.
And you have your family super close to you, so which is amazing.
Oh yeah, like that was really hard going through things in LA. I couldn't just drive to see my parents or my dog. Like that's important. And I can't just like hop on a plane and go home for like 3 days. Like, you know, like that's travel days, like going across the country, like take up the whole day. So it was just a lot. But now I feel like being here, I feel a little claustrophobic if there's not enough people around me inspiring me or like not enough hustle, I freak out. And then if I'm there too much and there's not enough comfort and love and family, then I freak out. So it's like the perfect balance is being bi-coastal. I just have to get over the damn flying thing.
And you haven't seen Gabby in 40 days. She just told me that.
Oh my God, I didn't realize it's been 40 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess she is counting. You should
Yeah,
remember that
damn.
as well when you fight, when you guys are fighting.
Yeah,
And it's your birthday next week. You girls turn 25. Oh God, I
know.
missed that age.
I didn't think I would be turning 25 in quarantine. I was picturing like going to like Vegas.
Oh, I want to do that for my 40th. I sound like an old aunt now.
Wait, you're kidding. You look like you're my age.
No, I'm going to be 38 in a few months. So I'm exactly like 14 years older than you.
Oh my goodness. We literally, I want to be you. Oh my God, you look so great. Like holy shit. Wow. Oh,
Thank you. I think I was telling Gabby, I think it's the Indian genetics.
that's what I was going to say. Like it's being ethnic it really comes in handy. Like my mom's side of the family, the Cuban side, they all like don't age. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's one place I want to go to. It's on my bucket list, Cuba.
Yeah, I've never been.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because since when I was born, I'm a 95 kid, there was just so much shit going on over there. I couldn't. And then, you know, there's like times where it's like, oh, maybe we could go. It seems safe and good now. Or there's just a lot of back and forth. But like, I'm ready to just rip the Band-Aid and like go, even if it's maybe not the smartest idea. I want to go because like, you know, my relatives are over there. So I might do it.
So tell me 2 things about you that your fans don't know.
Okay. I am very moody, but they definitely know that.
Maybe a hidden talent that we don't know of.
Okay. I've never thrown up from alcohol.
Oh, you do have a hidden talent. You make liquids disappear.
I do. I've never, like, all my friends can't believe with like how much I've blacked out that I've never thrown up. I've never thrown up ever from alcohol. Another fun fact.
Well, we know you've been cooking a lot off late for your boyfriend.
Yes. I've actually, me and Nate just made a chore list. So
wow,
like,
I would love to see that list.
yeah, I actually have a photo of it. Hold on. We split up the month and days of the week because my boyfriend is a crazy neat freak and like his love language is like acts of service. So like I need like hella words of affirmation, but he needs me to literally take care of him, like clean and cook because acts of service. And so I realized I was letting the place become messy because before quarantine he wasn't living with me. I told him I need my own apartment at one point in my life because I know I'm gonna probably end up with him and I want to. So I wanted to give that to myself. So I was living alone and then he moved in and I still had my ways of life, which was I can live in filth and he can't. So I was like, you know what? He doesn't complain or ask for much. So if he's gonna ask me to like clean up, I'm gonna go above and beyond and make a calendar. And I feel like that's the way I work. I'm very businessy. So it's like, if I know the days of the week and what I have to do, I will do it. But if I just have no structure and I just like, it'll just sit there. So we have a chores list. I don't throw up when I drink. And then the third one is.
And you're only impulsive when it comes to your hair?
I'm only what?
Impulsive when it comes to your hair at the
yes.
color?
Yes, that's actually a good one. I overthink everything except like hair stuff. I just kind of go for it. Yeah, I feel like I'm very indecisive. So
You don't necessarily come across as someone who's really indecisive.
I think I play it off really well. Like, I feel like people think I'm like super confident and like bold, and I'm like, the behind the scenes is just me like just like always trying. I don't want to make the wrong decision. I think that's a fear of mine. So I think that's why we are where we are, though, because me and Gabby are both very careful. Like, we're straightforward and open books, but we're very careful with our decision making. You know,
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, we all are facing such challenging times right now, and it's a global crisis. And especially I feel like I'm lucky because I have a huge family and I'm staying, with so many people, but there are a lot of people who are staying alone in apartments and in small spaces. And I feel it's so natural to get down and low and depressed. And, I'm sure that watching you girls is going to bring them some, breath of fresh air and entertainment. So is there any like a positive message that you have for your fans?
My message is that we have to cooperate. I know a lot of people, specifically, I have a friend who has a little sister who's at the college age. And this isn't the first I've heard this, but she's getting bullied for saying no to going to parties. And like, I
Really?
heard this last week, and it's really upsetting because it's like, there's people that are really dying from this. And it's up to the young people to do our part. Like, our great grandparents had to go to war. We're just being told to stay home. We could stay home.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if it's one, like, this is going longer than we thought. And, worst case, this does go on for a year. It's a year out of however long lifetime is. It's like we got to do what we got to do. And I know it's really hard, especially when some people are living in like homes where they aren't exactly in the best situation. And that's what I feel for, because I'm saying this living in an apartment with my boyfriend, living how I want to live. So the people that aren't in the best positions, that's a hard one. And I wish I had an answer. Just what I did growing up was just do the door lock, stay in your safe space, your room, and just take it day by day, journal, music, finding playlists. If you have your license, going on just aimless drives with no purpose, like do what you got to do for yourself. And this will be over, but we don't know when, but it'll be over. And then maybe you can look back on this time and like see how much growing you did. With every hard time comes growth. And weirdly, and I know you can relate to this with all your life experience, when you look back at a really rough time, you secretly miss it. And you don't know why. You're like, I was so miserable back then. Why do I miss it? And you miss it because you were growing. And it was like a transformative time that you'll never get back again. Like, you're not the same person. So I think that this is really, everyone should focus on not the loss, but like on what they're going to gain from this.
I think subconsciously we all have a lesson to learn, and there's a lot we can gain from this situation in hindsight, like you said. There are a lot of young girls and boys who want to be YouTube stars or TikTok stars. So what's your advice, or any tips to them?
My advice is don't do what feels forced, do what feels natural, because it's very obvious when things are forced and then it comes off cringy, which you could go viral that way, but that's not the real way to like really make a career out of it. So like, and YouTube's the same way. I know a lot of people that want to join because like, oh, I would love for that to be my job. Like, I need to like make money like that. But it's like, you're not going to get big if that's your motive, because your audience is all about connection, and it's all about making them want to click in every week or whenever you upload. It's all about forming that connection. And if forming that connection isn't what you want to be doing, but you just want to be making the money, it'll be very obvious and it will not go anywhere. So like, same with TikTok, like, you just gotta, there's an audience for everyone. You just have to be 100% you. Don't try to be someone else, because they'll just go follow that person and not you. You have to be yourself, and you have to do what comes natural.
Well, I think that's the reason people love you, because it's you and Gabby are so real and raw and relatable. It's just whatever you see is what you get. It's
Yes.
out there. So
Yeah. It'd be nice to have a filter, but I don't think I'd have this career if I did.
well, it was really lovely talking to you, Nikki, and thank you so much for taking time out to chat with me.
Of course. Like I love talking, as you know, and I love talking about what's going on right now, because it's really important.
Well, stay home and stay safe, and happy birthday in advance. I definitely shall tune in to wish you next week.
Thank you so much.
Big kiss from Dubai.
Oh my God, amazing. Bye.
Bye.